Today, a rather sensitive discussion was held with a group of police officers. It surrounded the issue of mental health, as police officers are often the first responders.
How to deal with mentally challenged citizens. As police officers, they are always the first responders to go on a scene. So a training like this is to help them enable how to respond to these people, how to diffuse the situation without going maybe to lethal harm, as we've seen in the past.
The collaboration with the Ministry of Health and Wellness has also seen a policy manual created and disseminated to police officers. It provides them with knowledge on how to best deal with situations where persons with mental health conditions are agitated and there is need for intervention.
So they learn things about distancing, understanding how to read both verbal and non-verbal behavior, how to respond, asking the correct open-ended questions, in order to diffuse it rather than agitate the person. They'll also learn also how to reach out to the mobile clinic from the Ministry of Health and other resources that are available to them.
They've been able to identify certain scenarios that they have encountered, how they responded to those scenarios, how the public perceives themselves as officers, and how they are treated as officers. The expectations that people have upon them are sometimes greater than they may be able to provide, but they understand their role as officers as well.
Psychiatric nurse Ingrid Bonilla is the mental health coordinator at the Central Health Region in Belize City. While facilitating today's session, she says that she has detected a change in how officers view persons with mental health conditions.
When it comes to an individual that they may identify as having a mental illness, they're considered to be different, not someone of value, treating them as if though the goal is to protect themselves more as officers because that person is more dangerous. And at the same time, but times have evolved, I've noticed in this training. Previous trainings have shown me that officers did not consider them as valuable as they do now. Now they actually, in this training, I have identified where officers see those with mental illness as someone that has rights.
But what about the mental health of police officers? Like relatives and friends of slain persons, and even those exposed to trauma, police officers may also be battling emotional pressures, financial issues that affect them mentally. Psychologist with the Belize Police Department, Leon Lester, says that the well-being of officers is also very important in order for them to carry out their duties.
Since I came on board 3 months ago, it is something that I've pushed a lot with internally through a lot of information via WhatsApp, via emails, how to look at yourself and assess whether you may be struggling with certain things. Police officer going to a traffic accident scene, a murder scene, those things do leave a trauma, a vicarious trauma, that initially you may not sense it that something is wrong, but when you really begin to self-reflect, you see that, yeah, something is off with me. I may not be able to sleeping okay. So those are things that I have begun to push with them internally.
Duane, Moody for News 5.